Hello, everyone. Hello. Good to see all of you here tonight. How are we doing, everyone? Also, Brandon, that's incredibly philosophical. Hello. So tonight we're going to be doing something. You might notice that this launch screen, if you're a fan of FTL, looks a little bit different. I am okay to see something cool. We're going to be trying the Multiverse one, because more is always better, right? Plus, I'm curious. I've done a small, tiny peek, but I haven't looked into this at all. So this is going into it completely blind. Let's see. Well then. Okay. Orchid Floral. Buff your crew and refill oxygen. That's amazing. Aww. Brandon, thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate it. We're also... It's also a-okay that you've forgotten. It's not an easy one to remember. At least not in English, I suspect. Yeah, we are... No, Vader's my job title. I am assistant... If that makes it feel any better to you. Sumworks. Or Sumrix, if it in English. Okay. Pierce, what? You can pierce additional shield layers. Well, that's incredible. Okay. Okay, so it's new ships. Wait, what? Okay, so each ship has... Wow, that configuration changes some. Hmm? Not in English. What do you mean not in English? You mean, wow. How many? 16 pages of ships. This is insane. Victory types, what the? It's okay. Sisumrix would be English. Okay, so I guess this is our start. Okay. What is this? Oh, this is a reactor. Okay, that's new layout. Yes. New redeem. Redeems have been changed a little tiny bit since last time. And a few price changes, yes. Expect more of those as time goes on. Oh, I could put my own seed. Seed is eggs. Oh. Okay. It won't let me put in eggs. Yeah. We're gonna try. We're gonna try. We're gonna try easy mode, because I'm not good. Advanced navigator. Okay. Let's do this. I'm keen. We take a look at the distant swirls of space as the stars fly past. This is the beginning of the next chapter in your saga. What will await you next? Let's go. Before your mission begins, you take time to prepare before you arrive at the warp bay. What would you like to do? Um, download Federation database entries, which now grant you the opportunity to read about various factions, just or locations. You need time to think about it. Mode. Mode. Let me make something abundantly clear. If that was going to happen, it wasn't going to be something you'd need to think about, because you wouldn't have an option. Uh, yeah, you knew what you were doing when you said that name. So download the database. Awesome. We are now, so much buffering. I'm so sorry for the buffering. You, Captain, are now a central part of the largest known conflict, not just in the galaxy, but the multiverse itself. After the conclusion of the original Federation's Civil War, Universe Zero, your home reality, the Galactic Federation defeated Admiral Vance, the rebellion, securing the control of the galaxy. The Federation struggled with various other conflicts, most notably a cold war between the dangerous Coalition Alliance, endorsed by the Slug Kleptocracy, Mantis Hive, Rock Theocracy, and Aargan Republic. This conflict finally escalated into the invasion of the Aquarian territory, resulting in heavy losses. After the Coalition's attack temporarily destabilized the once again, Vance ran a covert operation from the rebel stronghold to attempt to salvage the liberated ancient ruins of the Coalition was seeking as well. The full details are unknown. It is believed that among these ruins, Vance's team salvaged the first multiverse drive, which he would reverse engineer and install in the remaining rebel fleet. After a Federation raid on the rebel stronghold, Vance and his men fled to Universe 1 and allied with the rebellion that reality to overthrow the Federation. Universe 1 acts as the center of the interdimensional rebellion's operations, while Universe 0 leads the counterattack. Fruitless as though it might be, both sides are now locked into a seemingly unending conflict, invading reality to secure the strength and survival of their own faction. Make no mistake, though the rebellion continues to perpetuate their title of a brave uprising, the rebellion is well beyond a simple insurrection. Though intel is sparse, it would appear Universe 1 has been transformed into a desolate, industrial dystopia, fueling the eternal gears of war that seek nothing less than the total annihilation of the Federation and all non-human species. The whereabouts of Universe Zero Vance are currently unknown, though sightings of suspicious movements of the privately trained MFK Ace Corps, undyingly loyal to Vance Prime, have been seen all around the multiverse. The MFK Aces will likely prove to be your greatest threat, along with a powerful redesigned flagship model dispatched to this reality to destroy the Federation base and secure a rebel victory. This is where you get involved. As a renegade hired by the Federation, your goal is simple: destroy the flagship. It is highly unlikely that it will be to dedicate any further efforts to countering this reality. It is far more practical for them to divert the remaining rebel forces to a different reality. If you fail, it is certain the rebellion of the Federation's reality will fall, and this will be just another piece of the rebellion's arsenal of enslaved realities. Let's proceed with our mission. We're about to arrive at the nearest Federation warp bay. These hangar-like structures act as beacons of sorts for traveling between universes. Let's hope you're given a nice warm welcome and not greeted by a fleet of angry rebels or pirates, right? We slowly exit hyperspeed, transitioning to a speed safe for landing. Steer close hangar below. There your ship is stocked up, ready to head out into this foreign galaxy. Before you hurry to your ship, but you realize you have a little time before you leave. You likely have time to grab one last thing. Let's grab some extra resources. Awesome. We can do something on board the ship. Oh, I'm excited. And Mode, I know you make the joke as often as you can. It's why you're here, isn't it? Let's see. Let's try and install the onboard lab. I like research. The onboard lab can install upgrades from your crew and empty beacons. No, the Hydra Redeem is gone. Like, you have to understand, on average in a stream, I drink between 16 and 24 ounces of water. I think that's right. I average about, like, 1,000 to 2,000 milliliters a stream, okay, of fluids. I don't think I need the extra one. And it is water. It's water and water with flavoring in it. I'm intermingled between the two. Brandon, it may not stop you, but it will certainly stop me. Okay, never mind installing the lab. Install internal upgrade. What are internal upgrades? Different passive functions. Do not fill augment slots. Oh. Let's see, the shields. Okay, never mind. And, let's just talk to the crew. Let's look at the orchid crew. I like a good flower. Scan their biometrics. Talk to them. Your orchid thinks life support systems are overrated. I kind of agree. Let's get underway. Oh my goodness. A strange signal is broadcasting you. Urgent. This is amazing. Let's do it. As soon as you arrive, you spot an unusually advanced auto ship waiting for you. Initializing scans. Please wait. A bright white glow envelops your ship, and your firewall crumbles so immediately the ship siphons all the data from computers. Concerning, yes, the ship doesn't show any hostility yet. Data collection complete. In my findings, you are a renegade. No to confirm. I am certain of this fact. I am the custodial utilitarian robotic assistant, Kira for short. Assuage your fears. I am of malicious control no more. I offer you a proposition. One that may interest a simple and violent-minded individuals as yourself. Well, I'm simple and violent-minded. Those are the name of my 2 brain cells. I was constructed in the pursuit of data harvesting. I was cognitive. It's unnecessary. I'm not interested, sadly. Didn't have the suffering. Ah, yes, sorry. Let me bring that back. Here we are. You think a bit train will be funny? Well, I mean, I don't really have control over you. Oh wow. A small civilian ship. But don't worry. In the future, I will be changing that. So enjoy your last night to be able to do that. I'm gonna be attacking them. Ruthless, yes. No divide increase. Oh wow, okay. Wellin. Oh, I see 30 hull. 4 hull. I actually have this. Mothy. Hello, darling. How are you doing tonight? we are playing was apparently the single largest mod in FTL. I feel guilty about that. I wasn't expecting it to make you feel guilty. Ooh, an MV Rebels, see a nearby civilian store. Oh, we can do some last minute checks. It's fine. No one needs O2 to breathe, right? Oh, Mothy, thank you so much for the resub. I deeply appreciate it. Also, one new emote, and we have 2 new emotes coming, pending approval. One static and one animated. Okay. Yes, Brandon has been, filling the queue. I'm letting him enjoy it because it's his last night to be able to do such a thing. Vanlar just used one. All of these new emote. I didn't. It's a day or 2 old, but I didn't actually announce it. Technically, I think I added it Thursday, but it's still very new. There's supposed to be a brand new one tonight, but it did not pass approval yet. There's 2 of them I'm waiting for. Ooh, Sultan. Oh, you have, over 3 options, I see. Amp Ion. Well then. That's interesting. I don't have drone systems though, so I think I get an NG. Not an NG, a Zoltan. Oh, is it? I've never really used mind control that much. Of course, there's a way to force me to use mind control now. Brand new redeem. The civilians are going to be protesting. Let's send a team of crew in to assist. Well then. Ooh. I guess I shall do something else on board the ship. What does the onboard lab do? Install upgrades for your crew. Let's see what the lab can do. Check the onboard lab. Modification for species and crew types. Diversification. Oh, I see. Overclocking. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. Okay, that's fun. There wasn't anything I could have gotten except for... No, there was nothing I could have gotten. So we'll buy a few. Brandon, my goal is not to stop you. My goal is to make it hurt. Let's see. Amanda's... I think we attacked the ship. We're good. Wow, this was pheromones, huh? Uh-oh. Alright, there's a lot of customizing here. I'm kind of really into it. I mean, fair play to you then, Brandon. There we go. Federation store, huh? We'll skip that store. We need to do some more upgrading. Oh, let's hire Alicia. You could be on security. We're going to be attacking the pirate ship, obviously. That's a... Oh, a human medic. Well then. There's so much here. I will accept that surrender. Nano mode, the subject cannot attack. There takes no hazard damage. Well, that's interesting. Pheromone. That's fascinating. Brandon, that's so sweet. As I've always said, you've supported all YouTubers. That all YouTubers deserve, I guess. YouTubers, VTubers. Words are hard. A free man greets you eagerly. Their broken dialogue challenging the translator to keep up. O Federation Captain, I asking of you if you are worthy of my support. Yes, I have faith. I must seeing proof. Fighting me, winning, and I joining of crew. Just knowing be careful, I not taking mercies on you. Let's have a challenge. If I kill them all, there won't be anyone left to join the crew. Okay then, let's avoid killing them. First use of pheromones. Oh no, if I kill them, they won't join my crew. Okay, there we go. Excellent. There we go. I just like how they would change these icons to make them a little bit easier to navigate. Right? I guess I'll have you just in the med bay, ready to fight at a moment's notice. And now it's time to get out of here. Okay. I wonder how they decide not to be in melee. Oh, I definitely do want to get Doors 1. Not having doors is kind of hurting right now. I don't like that the medbay is so close, and yet, like an entire 2 rooms away from the weapon blister. Oh, energy cannon. What internal upgrades can I get? What is the medbay? Oh, I can get Medibot dispersal. Yes. Expensive, but worth it. Now everyone can be anywhere. Ah, doors 2 requires 40. So we'll take the sensors. Free Mantis parts. Union District. Let's go Free Mantis. I like the idea of it. What about the Atlas? The Atlas used to guide ships through hyperspeed, ensure they're not jumping into hazard conditions. To do this, sectors must be entered in coordinates at the start of the beacon into the Atlas supercomputer. Your Atlas is currently pulling from a Federation database, may update with new coordinates you find in your travels. Friendly, neutral, style, uncolonized, unmapped. Subtypes. Okay. Let's proceed. The addiction to pheromones may degrade their intelligence, they're very much extremely loyal to the Federation. Contact the guard. Request a warrior to come join my crew. That's awesome. Okay, so I now have Double Mantis. A Double Mantis hit squad on board my ship. Let's head to the outpost. I don't have enough money for a store. I like how this one's invading. On the basis that it wants to show me how good of a fighter it is. That's wonderful. Oh wow, this is starting to get really nasty. This is... This is amazing. Oh, a Zoltan's door. Let's try this door. Doc? What are you doing? Okay. I think we're not gonna do anything on board the ship. What is an energy weapon? Can disable systems while causing hull damage. Long charge time. Not bad charge time, actually. Oh. Fire power 1, fire power 2. Kamayari, what the hell? That's amazing. Okay. Okay, yeah, let's sell them. Interesting. Yeah, we're gonna build for energy. I like that idea. I think we got this. I think we absolutely have this. Okay. I don't want you guys running away. We're gonna be an energy-based gun, though. Unless someone says otherwise. I don't like that drone shooting down some of my shots. We'll have to do something about that. There we go. No more drone, no more missed shot. I'm gonna need to upgrade my shields in a minute. Weapons first, then shields. I will accept that surrender. Gonna need more power for the weapons. What's the outpost have for us? Let's find out. It's going to be staffed by a large group of overly eager free mantis. Why is the Hive always the evil ones? Why is the Hive ever the good ones and the free ones like the renegade or rogue ones? Can I request fuel? Excellent. Why is it always the Hive that's the evil? No, you don't have to be evil. This could be good. Why is there this idea that a hive always has to have a hive mind? Like, humans have hives. Look at New York. New York is a hive, right? I will explain my mission. Let's try the store first, then we're gonna see about doing some upgrades. Oh, Captain, shining skies, bringing great blessings in our meeting here. You must accept gift if you wanting trade. But I mean, all species are selfish in how they exist. Like, look at yourselves. Look at every civilization. They're always selfish. Just on board the ship. From a task. Run a salvage mission. Excellent. Rad laser. Does high bio damage and cripples the crew, but no system or hull damage, and it pierces one shield? Well, that's a thing. I find it somewhat a bit frustrating that everyone's always like, oh, the hive is coming, is coming. It's like, they're not any more selfish than you. Besides, all this hive is coming for is your hugs. Particle beam. Annihilate systems and ignites fires. Mind control and drone control. Oh, I do like the idea of drone control. Let's... Yeah. Yeah, let's... I really like the idea of drone control. But also NG. Or it's not NG, Zoltan. Oh, which one? I think I need to strengthen my core concept. before doing anything else. So you are now going to live in the med bay. You two are going to live here in the oxygen compartment. That's where you two live. No, you need to be able to deploy rapidly. I think that's a good spot. Okay. I could man the doors. I probably should man the doors, in fact. But hang on. We'll man the doors for the moment. Yeah, we'll have plenty of jumps down here. Let's go test this out. I'm excited about this. But you must earn it. Amanda's dressed in a shirt in a 2D shirt decorated with 2D tropical flowers, wearing a bizarre beaten sombrero. Never mind, let's fight. I want to see how this works out. Here we go. Oh, that's excellent. Could be a little slow, but deeply powerful. Wait, do you not do any damage other than ion damage? I thought you did damage other than ion damage. Yeah, base hull damage 1. Yes, you do. We will spare him. Ooh, recycler bomb. What's a recycler bomb do? Ah, that's the storage venue. Recycler bomb. A self-loading missile that converts useless materials into explosives. Has a longer cooldown, does not require ammunition. Well, that's curious. Maybe I'll sell that. It seems like it'd fetch a pretty penny. Let's try to communicate peacefully. Dang. After all, we're going for... Well, 49, obviously. Do something on board the ship? Perform a task? Can I not run a salvage mission? Oh, never mind. To get the recycler tech. Oh, what's that do? Recycler module? Oh, Brandon, thank you. Oh no. Thank you so much, but also, oh no. Okay, interesting. Not what I thought that was going to be. Take on the biggest ship to scare off the rebels. Alright, we need those who shut down. Brandon, thank you so... Oh my goodness. Well, alright then. Thank you so much, Brandon. Oh, hang on. Options. Okay, there we go. Now we just have to live with the sound of chimes for a little while. Let's see. Having a hard time hitting the weapon system, which is what I really want to be hitting. The alert noises. There we go. I actually don't know what noise that is. I will never fault someone for being lazy with that. I don't think I'm in a position to. Excellent. An extra fuel. Oh, we are running out of, So it's just me. I'm the only one who hears the chimes? See, wait for the bigger ship to leave, and then steal the supplies. Those are like honest traders though, right? I'm not gonna do that, we're gonna be honorable. What's the ion field? Okay. And... okay. Yeah, the med bay. Where's safety blankets? It's the weapons. Explosive replicator, which I think I already have. The engines. Long range jump. This is fascinating. Recycle something into missiles. I think we're good. I can repair the hull. Or... I don't need to repair that much. Right, okay. And off to the exit. Time to start amping up our defenses, though. Let's explore some. Check the storage. No, we're good. Hive space. Theocracy parts. Let's dive into that most controversial of topics. Religion. Whose religion is it? Oh, it's the rock sector. Interesting. Since the re-emergence of the crystal race, the rock government has been in tatters. This means for your mission you can't say for certain. If you dare enter the Holy Land, we will destroy you. They're not using missiles mercifully. That's the weapon blister. Uh-oh. Go delay them. Now go join them. You've never seen a rock bust like I have. It happens every so often. Well, that's a problem. Well, they're like immune to fire. Their systems aren't. Get in there and mix it up with them. There we go, we have got to get out of here though. Watch it. Oh, they're gonna be tracking us every every step of this sector. Let's perform a salvage mission. Excellent. Well, where can I start, Brandon? I'm always happy to explain. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, thank you, Brandon. Can you go repair? It really is. So this is a game called FTL, using a mod called, Multiverse, I think. And the idea here is it's a roguelike ship game. So I have to guide this ship, shepherd it, upgrade it, hire crew, and make it to the end and defeat the boss. That's the basic gist of it. Smugglers rarely show aggression for fear of losing their just cargo, yet when their stomach is dry, unless the odd-catch will try to look to seize the cargo of a passing ship, it's a bit risky to pick on a ship like yours, that's their mistake. So yeah, we are... Because right now we're fighting with this smuggler. Nope, no hydrate redeem. I will... Stretch for you. And sit properly upright. You can see kind of below me down here. In this area, these are all how my systems are powered. This is my crew. This is the actual inside layout of the ship. And this is my opponent's ship, when I have an opponent. How about we don't let you leave? Ooh, 4 fuel is good. It's a coal store? I don't understand, but I can get here, then here. Then... yeah, then to the store. Like, we're encountering a rock vessel attempting to open... We're encountering a rock vessel, and, they take communicating with them as an act of cultural aggression, so now we have to fight them. This is H. You two go repair that, please. For instance, they just knocked out my oxygen systems, which means my O2 in the ship is going to start draining. I think people need to breathe. Coal equals coalition. Okay. I may end up regretting the price point of that one. Okay. I'm not sparing you for one fuel. There you go. Hopefully that was what you were looking for. Mostly not guilty. I can accept that. Wait, nothing came through. What? Okay, sorry. Who's that? That came through. That had to come through. Okay, good. I guess, was it too quiet? Nope. Strange. Don't know why. Well, enjoy your spare ones. I like the energy weapons, because energy weapons do island damage, which shuts down systems and shields, and regular damage. So it's a good way to help keep things paralyzed, which I'm in favor of. I'm going to want to upgrade my weapon system eventually. I'd like to try and be a gunboat with a gun drone, but we'll see how that goes. You're... I think I'm accepting for 2 missiles. There will be no mercy. There we go. Look, I like drones, alright? All I've ever wanted is a 10,000 drones. There's a coalition market here. As you'd expect, they certainly aren't trading with you, Federation ship, so you find some way convincing them. Try and talk with them. Ah, they said no trading with them. Okay then. Oh, that's interesting. Missiles for me don't have much of a use right now, so I don't know if I count those. Because I have only this one bomb weapon that I'm not currently using. You don't have... But you have a Rockman, so never mind. You actually won't be able to put out that fire. Yeah, we'll stop firing and we will trade. Lay a trap for the fleet. Okay. Fleet played by 1 jump. Wait, after I laid 3 traps, what? I shouldn't have skipped that. Oh, fire starter weapon. Love fire starter weapons. I'm gonna have to do a fire starter run in the future. See, Clone Bay, I could get a crew teleporting system. Okay, there's that mind control, and there's a combat drone. Switch between a laser and a beam weapon. Okay. That's pretty solid, though. What's a manager? Oh, it mans systems at level 2 skill. Yeah. Gonna buy the combat drone in hopes of using it future. I don't see why I wouldn't buy another Zoltan, honestly. We cannot hold any more crew members. I guess we'll let one of them go. 2 Zoltan should be enough, though, shouldn't it? Yeah. Oh, we have so many more power bars to fill. Okay. Interesting. There we go. Upgraded my weapon systems. Oh, wow, we lost the little thing that shows me where they're jumping to. So in these... no, I'm not sharing anything with you. I'm good. I'd like to turn off that mind control as well. Is this making a bit more sense now, Brandon? Well, that's a problem. Well, they have a shard launcher. That's a problem. There we go. They're crystals. Okay. 2 crystals and a Zoltan. Oh, they do take fire damage, though. Those seed launchers are hurting me something awful. I will accept the surrender, because I don't really want to keep fighting you. You're miserable to fight. Good heavens. Seed launchers seem miserable. I need to get me one. That is very true. That's the one thing about this that's very upsetting, because I have to be thinking about every fight after the fight I'm on. The enemies only have to be thinking about this one fight. I really need to invest in some proper doors at some point. But that's actually probably something I should do next. Have my drone cut the ship out. Yeah, we're gonna take the time and we're going to quickly invest in a door. Which I probably should have invested in a long time ago. But hey, at least we have them now. What are you? Vampweed. Well, that's weird. And after this, though, I should have enough scrap to get my 3rd weapon online. I will accept that surrender. Could use the fuel. So, 1, 2. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, hey. Missiles. Let's turn those right off. Why do you have an anti-ship battery? Throw them there. There we go. trying to get out of here. Okay, there we go. Water bottle refill. That's a grim. Why? Yeah, let's just take out those weapons as fast as we can. Nothing like an unfair fight to ensure you're going to win. I think I might. Yeah, I'm probably end up doing this for a little while. I'm enjoying it. Then afterwards, maybe I'll go back and take a peek in an ancient age. We'll see. We'll let their cries of their terror go in vain. Hopefully I don't end up with like a horrible, like notorious setting by the end of this. Setting reputation, not setting. Alright. Yes, I can just make it. We're sinners. Why are you sinners? You're a sinner because you used the holy script instead of toilet paper. And now you want me to kill you, I guess? That's a little extreme. That was amazing. I enjoyed that. Well, they're rocks, so I can't set it on fire and leave it. One missile. No, there will be no mercy. And that's the exit. Let us explore. We'll aid the civilian ship. I'm really getting sick of mind control. That thing's awful. I don't care for the mind control. Yeah, we need to silence that thing fast. That's civilian ship. Wonderful, I will always take more fuel. Oh, there's a crystal store up there. But I'm gonna have to fight the rebels on the way out. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Do crystal launchers use missiles, or are they just weapons? That's my big question. This may not have been worth it, we're gonna find out. Let's just continue to the trade. And board the ship, perform a task. Repair the hull with some drone parts. Won't need those for the moment. 2 shield-piercing crystals. I like the sound of that. We'll take it. And there's the drone control. Excellent. I could buy a mystery weapon. Also fix all of the, we're gonna fix that all. Unlike your standard drone, 1.1% the cost of more power. I see. Shame I can't get another crystal shot. Upgrade to accommodate that in the near future. We need more power now, though. Alright, time for a dicey exit. Swap your energy weapon order so 2 is first. Both my energy weapons are on 1 and 2. Okay, there we go. Oh, that was brutal. Oh right, the plants are really vulnerable to fire damage. Why don't you just get to the med bay for a minute? No. There's no way to salvage that. You guys get back to the drone compartment. We're gonna just vent that. Yeah, we're gonna have to, take this out. We still have an O2 generator. We can generate oxygen. There we go. Well, we got an extra fuel from it. You guys work on repairing that. Actually, what if I had you in here with them? Oh, we have a... Damn it. Okay, we have to get out of here right now. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, we have an anti-ship battery nearby. We need not to dilly-dally. It sure did. Spectral sector or abandoned... Let's go to abandoned territory. That sounds like a good time to rest and recuperate. Dead space. This was once a civilian sector, but it was abandoned. Now it's just a melting pot of scavengers. The galaxy hoping to profit. Just the ruins, but ships like yours swell. Ghosts, Lanias, and pirates. Let's do a salvage mission. Excellent. More fuel is not bad. Well then. Okay. It's a bit of a long sector. Get some healing. 2 mantis working as one can just about equal a single human being repairing things. It's always interesting how the arthropodal species always are the ones that are more brutal or like less tool use based. However, I also don't usually see them with a lot of adaptations to explain why they don't use tools as much. Oh no, it makes sense. But how do they build things then? Ghosts aren't unreasonably confrontational. What are ghosts? Fire everything you have with their weaponry. Defense drone. That's fine. Excellent. Well, I probably should have. But that's not happened. It certainly was. I think I like fighting ghosts. I don't put up much resistance. I literally don't have the scrap to give you. Let's see just how effective this will be. No reason to fight them there yet. Make them come to us. I don't... Let's see. I feel like I want your scrap more than anything right now. More fuel and scrap. No drone part. I can live without the drone part. I am always happy to live without the drone part. Oh, give drone parts for scrap. Give drone parts for fuel. Give drone parts for ammunition. I will take the scrap, actually. Yeah, fuel. That's 27 versus... versus 32. Yeah, we'll take the scrap right before going to a store. A rebel engineer. Let's see, lock down the ship while I shop. Stay on board the ship. Upgrade to the salvage mission. Repair the hull. That's not a great use of it. Let's take a look at this. Ion flak. Wow, that's amazing. It shoots a bunch of projectiles and they're ionized. Human engineer. Interesting. And slug. I like the idea of getting a slug. Yeah, let's fix up. I'm not going to be using the Ares heavy missile system. Interesting. Does not require missiles. I might hang on to that. Yeah, I can dismiss Aisha. and bring on Lana. I'm a radiation bomb. I'm definitely gonna have to at some point come through here with a pure like radiation build. Just to be the worst person possible. Um let's see. We'll start working our way towards the triple shields. I feel like 3 shields and some very solid engines is a good way to go. Ooh, we got that little Lanius. Construct the drone yourself and give it to the NG. What happens if I do that? Oh, wow. Wonderful, so I now have a cop. Oh, this is fantastic. I now have 2 combat drones. Oh, yes. Let's do this. We're almost there. Getting a lot more energy. You got Universe 0, bloke. We've got you now. You're one and down, but the undervalue will always win. I don't think you're winning this one, my friend. You see, you've made a mistake of bringing nothing but weapons. And we just shut them all down. What if I... Yeah, just nuclear med bay. Oh, you're not going to actually manage it. There we go. Oh, a collision store. We're gonna explore that in a minute. And the ASME something from Brendan is when usually aggressive military vessels left onto our ship. I don't think it's any problem. Do you? I know, I know. We are gonna be A-okay though. I'm gonna need more than that. I'm about to go to his shop and at least 30 scrap. There we go. Yep, and now we get the Coalition store. And then a beeline for the exit. They have cloaked the station. I love everything about this. Also, oh, this massive station just, cloaking field. That said, that's not okay. let's stop firing and trade. So if you can do on board, I guess it's all an internal upgrade or something. Neuron pathing. Never mind. Neural direction. I see. No, I'd like to see telepathic synergies. Oh, that's fine. Never mind. Let's take a shot. Look at this. There's a piercing. Is that what we have? Piercing 1? We do have piercing 1. We're gonna get piercing 1. Stiletto pinpoint. Interesting. That'll be our final configuration. We just have to make it there. Fantastic. I think it would. I think you're right about that. I think it would. Repair that. No, not you. We're gonna wait to finish our upgrading to make sure we don't have to run into another shop. Help the refugees. Oh. We can take some damage. It does work. Excellent. Quick Splitter TM. What does that do? Patented ghost with lets you quickly and rapidly inflate ghosts of any type and force them to device for alpha. I have no idea what that is. Oh no. I'm gonna hit the fleet. I miscalculated the jump number. Mo, welcome back. What did you eat? Ah yes, another rebel. This is our arch nemesis, Leia the Beam Master. Beam Master. Sure. Why, I just noticed you have no med bay, Leia. If I set a single fire, you're dead. Oh, I would love a burg. That seems like a meal that you'd have to, I don't know, like, wouldn't that take several weeks to get through at best? Like, a burg is not a small meal. No. I knew you didn't mean an iceberg. I assumed you meant a burg. You know, B-U-R-G. Like Hamburg. Or St. Jonasburg. Or Johannesburg. That's the name of it, right? That's fantastic. I'll have to look out for that next time. Oh, I mean, an iceberg certainly would. Sadly. Don't worry, all species go through this. I believe in you. I'd prefer my ship not get hit with one of those. Look, every species that wants to industrialize goes through that. I wouldn't be here if I didn't believe in you. Thanks to my work, you guys are like a second species to me. Second species? Second family? I don't know how to put it. Vagabond clouds. Ooh, a little unlock. The vagabonds are nomadic ghosts, so from the dynasty long ago. I will take a look at it. MP drone. I mean, mode. Politicizing mass makes perfect sense to me. After all, who wouldn't follow the great lead of Tony Stark? Dynast. It's blue. Let's go greet. Interesting, a forward outpost. Let's go greet them. Oh, it's the combat engage. I see. Mode, I can promise you, I will do my utmost. The answer is probably yes, Mode, because I don't I don't know another way to be. No killing them, please. Um, let's knock out your systems and your cloaking. I just wanted to talk. That's all I wanted to do, I promise. I never meant to kill you. Ooh. Sweet delayed by one jump. I appreciate that. Oh, and now there's a store over here. There's a crystal store. Did you do the dynast? Why not both? We've got a fleet delay. Let's see. Ye old Gethadirian's Doomsday and Preparation Center. Targeting jammer. Interesting. Let's just shop around. Let's see. Augment. Okay, I can't do the augments. No, it's more task. Never mind, okay. Do nothing. The ghosts talk in ye olde speak. Which is weird. It's weird. It's weird because I'm pretty sure ye olde speak sounded exactly the same as ye moderne speak. Pretty sure. Internal upgrade? Okay. I'll look at that. Jump. Well, we're about to hit an empty node. I think we can do it. Install an internal upgrade. Onboard tech. Install an arm. Emancipation grills. Get on my face and the doors. Okay, never mind. Let's see. What's it? External augments. What's drone control? Drone booster. Hmm. What's the arms? Oh, a drone recovery. That would let me actually deploy the drones. Let's do that. Onboard tech. Awesome. Okay, again, Zoltan. We need. I want overclocking. Install modification. Oops, never mind. Who now has overclocking? You now have overclocking, which is not the one I wanted to have overclocking. That's fine though, that's fine. It's fine. Alright, we have a few jumps to collect as much scrap as possible. Oh, that's phenomenal. Okay. Hail them. Show them the replicator. I will sell you the augment. Yeah, I didn't need that augment. I don't have any ghosts. I don't employ no ghosts. Let's see. Yeah. Not a fan of mind control. Okay. Oh yeah, now I can also deploy the drones. Oh. The thing is, I know the Rebel flagship has to be so much worse in this version, right? But if only I could... If only I could actually use this against the normal flagship, that would be amazing. What's the deconstructor? Interesting. Now for the crystal store. Maybe we'll have all matching weaponry. So we're a filthy lung-borne breather. Well, that's fine. I don't mind being a lung-borne breather. I like air. Deploy drone. Oh, that drone might be dead. No, it's moved. Okay. This is an absurd setup. Like 100%. I'm actually feeling quite confident. Nix. Oh, I love that word. What do you do? Oh, it cannot miss. Very good blender build. Try and translate what they're saying. I would love to trade. Um, we're gonna break down 10 missiles. Since those are doing nothing for me. Crystal 2 fires 3. We sell you. That requires 1 power. That requires. What else do you have? Oh, I want to check these mystery weapons. I'm hoping one of them will match. Sure, we'll buy a mystery weapon. Medical bomb. No, thank you. Conservative ion. Oh, wow. But no. That's not what I want. So we're gonna buy that. Get ourselves fixed up. And I think we're ready. I was hoping to get, like, matching crystal weapons. Even so, though. Let's see if we can hit up that distress and then just muck about near the exit for a minute. I promise. Oh, you deploy the drones. Ready all weapons. You're cloaking. That's adorable. Let's see just how long you can last. Primary weapons have been shut down. You know what? I will accept that as a surrender. That's pretty solid. That's enough for Shield 3. Oh yeah, and now we upgrade the med bay and we start working on the drones and the engines. 3 ghosts bent over examining the FTL drive. What are you doing? I'm always open to something. Oh. See, it's always good to trust the alien. Always good. Now we have a better engine to show for it. 63 scrap, only 6 scrap shy. I absolutely will escort you to your destination. Ah, there's a quest, so we go here, then quest, then X, then probably to the exit. Yeah, never doubt the alien. Weapons, they belong to me. Give. I like that these things are shaped in such a way they don't necessarily have a particularly obvious front or back. I really love this design aesthetic. My favorite, of course, would be the crystals for, well, for obvious reasons, but still. I would like to get another crystal too, that would be fun. Let me just silence your ship. Oh, nuts. They cloaked right at the last second. Wonderful. There we go. And now, quest time. Oh, that's a lot of scrap. I think it's time to start. What do we even upgrade? Medbay. Medbay and double drone systems. There we are. Oh, I'm excited. Let's go exploring. An automated ship protects the station. I think we can take that ship on and get to the station. Soon, I think. Yeah, this is incredible Multiverse run. What is it? Emancipation. Like, good night. Oh, let's just round that off. Want I could go explore you and then come back. Oh no. I wish I could fix your hull. Let's see. I don't think I have anything to do right here. That was a waste of 2 fuel. Oh well. Oh, I should have recycled things into stuff. Lost Sun Stronghold. Sounds promising. Once a holy site for the rock theocracy to worship the crystals, converted into a defensive stronghold with the Lost Suns in their operations. The Lost Suns, middle rock warriors who rebelled against the tyrannical government, but if we allies the Federation, the Lost Suns themselves should be too hostile to us to benefit a warm welcome. We have heard legends of your resistance and wish to learn more. No, I'm not going to give you stuff. Like, I actually legit wanted to know more. It's your fault for not believing me. I will not hand over parts. All the drones are mine. What point did they have? What point could they have possibly had? Like, I actually wanted to know more about the lore. I was hoping that, like, I might be able to learn something, or, like, find a site or something like that. And then they basically held me hostage. That will not be countenanced. Store. We'll visit the store. I guess that's technically true. Go to shop at the market. Crystal. Cloaking expensive. I should buy some fuel. There we are. Fueled up and ready to go. I'm not gonna do anything because I want to spend that money elsewhere. We'll spend it at the end of this sector. Might run into a shop somewhere along the way. I love to shop. Here, I will lend them some missiles. Keep the missiles. Oh yes, a salvage mission. Excellent idea. I will be doing it ASAP. Oh, just one of you worked in that there? Pheromone zoom. There we go. Alright, launch the drones. Shut down their weaponry. Excellent. Oh, that's so adorable. I will accept that surrender. 6 fuel, yes. I soon won't need more fuel. Not after the next, like in the next sector I don't think I'll need any more fuel, but still. Alright. Very well then, Lost Sons. What drone do you have? Don't know. Mantis zoomies away. Just has to survive long enough for the captain just has to survive. Captain is not going to survive by leaving them in there. Yep, and I'm back to your original position. Excellent. Well, that's enough scrap to get. Yeah, we're gonna stock up a little bit more. See if we can get a few more funds. Ooh, I think we could attack the rock, right? Lost Sons are technically our allies. And we have support from the background. I hope they actually do, like, fire on that ship. That'd be amazing. No, the drones! Protect the drones. At all costs. Allies, ASB allies, yes! You guys can suck it. Ow, can we knock those weapons out, please? No air. And the Mantis go in to engage. Well, I just have to deal with those two yahoos. See, we help our allies. And let's hit up the Coalition store. I'm amazed how this run has gone. Let's try and talk to them. Why do I even bother trying to talk to you? Who's been mind controlled? The pilot's been mind controlled. That probably was not a great idea, no. See, weapons, mind control, cloaking, data. Let's shut those doors, get the action coming back. Oh, you want to fight in the med bay? Let's go. We'll have us a med bay. Oh my goodness. You have no hit points. And the oxygen is on fire. Okay. I like how the O2 making machine is now on fire. That's a problem. Let's stop firing and trade. Do something on board the ship. Run a salvage mission. Well, we didn't get anything. Oh, that would be kind of amazing. I kind of want to get the Vulcan. Excellence drone. What? Well, that's amazing. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to use the Vulcan yet. We're definitely getting it. Okay. Costs 3 power, though. Alright, time to sort this out a little bit. Oh, you need to get out of there. Can you start repairing that, please? Get me some oxygen back. Alright, a few repairs. Let's actually look at our loadout real quick. I would have to replace this with a Vulcan. Right? Okay. Everyone back to your positions. Except for you. You fix up that hole, please. Ship full of holes. Oh well. We'll give the Vulcan a try. It seems pretty solid, though. I wish I could have double Vulcans. So what do I need to do? Are there any other stores? Doesn't look like it offhand. Let's find out, though. No, I purchased it. We're gonna see what we do. Oh, this is duel to the death. Let's see how the Vulcan does. It advertised itself as being against shields. So let's see how well it does. You know, I actually have a redeem if you want me to use a certain build these days. Well, that went quickly. Let us get away from the star that is on fire. That doesn't make sense. All stars are on fire. I don't want to go after a special tech. Let's use an augment. Let's get some more scrap from the missile. Distress beacon. Stars do be like that, indeed. Right. Let's see, I think we start by getting all the rest of those. And we'll worry about the rest of the upgrades in a minute. Explore. What? A clairvoyant? With a clairvoyance? often synonymous with the ideology of Sathnian, the native name for the slugs. Traditionalism. They once the protectors of the slug empire until the discovery of the Galactic Union. Its ideals began to influence the average slug lifestyle, wrecking the ideology of Sathnian reformism. After the fall of the empire and the rise of kleptocracy, clairvoyants were disbanded for some time until King Slocknug, a staunch supporter of traditionalist ways, party as part of his campaign. Though Slocknug was exiled from Sluglands after the conclusion of the expansion wars, the clairvoyants were made as dangerously armed and trained to protect the Slug territory. Offer our help? Why don't we have our slug make the trade? Excellent. Ooh, a little battle drone. Oh, let's go to the garden worlds. I like the idea of a garden world. The Orchid Garden Worlds. Center of Orchid Space is home to Plaquette, the Grand Orchid Gardens. The Orchid's ships and weapons are grown. The AB. Yeah. That'll be Lock-ect. Lock. There we go. I want to say X. I don't know why. Can we request some support? Request assistance. Excellent. It pays to have all different kinds of crew members. Let's go to the distress, then we're gonna go to Tony's store. I like how this is a store that's just Tony's store. Let's board the ship. Oh, wow. I don't think I want to give up any. I'll give up one of. No, I don't want to give anyone. Now time for Tony's store. What you got in? Wait, take out a loan? What? I don't want to take out the loan. Still on board the ship. On a salvage mission. Excellent. Fire mod. Oh, it adds on to other weapons. That's interesting. Frost 2. Okay. Well, there's cloaking. I guess I'll take a cloaking. Oh, that's how it works. Oh, I get it now. Alright. Sell that. Yeah. It only scraps stuff into missiles. I don't actually need to scrap anything into missiles. I don't use missiles. Do you have a module for sale? You do? What'd that one give me? Advanced ventilator. Intriguing. But not my style. Targeting jammer. I will take a targeting jammer. Now we save our money for the next store we run into. And then, oh, look at this. This is beautiful. Observe the tree. This is the work the mega tree. Yeah, I'll listen to the tour guide. Incredibly boring tale. It concerns over vegetarianism and increasing intergalactic pesticide usage. Powerful kernel weapon. Can I have the weapon? Elite Kernel Mark II. Well, that was something worth 10 scrap. What are you? Also, this is a missile weapon. Okay. Intriguing. Well, let us move on then. I don't think I'll be using it, but I do like it. A poem for you. Die. I don't think I need to jam the enemy weapons. Not for you. 3 shots for 1 missile is brutal. Let's see. Weaponry, and shields, why not? Ooh, that's, there we go. Silence those weapons. I already had pseudo-missiles. Oh, it seems devastating. But I feel like I'm good the way I am. You will not live to see another day. Right now I just want as much scrap as possible. Yeah, let's do a little roundabout. No targeting jammer yet. Just give me a moment to have my weapons charge. So I have 4 extra bars. Definitely time to look into upgrading more systems. If only I could use 2 Vulcans. That would be delightful. Intriguing. I just don't know how to power that up. What? That's so much scrap. That's so much scrap to upgrade. Goodness. I know, empty beacons, I saw. I saw. Let's see. You here. You here. I see. Intriguing. I mean, I'm sure I could gather up that much scrap. I worked hard. You're not even offering me anything. No. Why would I let you surrender for nothing? improved armories. To damage in ranged combat. Oh, no, I'm okay. Let us improve you. Aha, a civilian store. Let's see, 1, 2, 4. So I can go there, then back around, then exit. It's a lot of weapons. Self-reactor power -2, -1 fuel. Yes, there we go. Let's set this off right. With the enemy weapons being disabled. There we go. But you don't have a med bay, do you? Oh, that's not. Is it worth it? No, they'll put out those fires. Better to keep shooting. Now to the store. Oh, please, give me another. If you give me another Vulcan, I will. Oh. The Engi, the Orchids, the Zoltan. That's a hard choice. I guess the Zoltan. Shop. It's no more the ship. Use an augment. Interesting. So they sell energy weapons. And these are random ones. Shots per charge 3, shots per charge 2. So I guess let this one go. Let's see what the random weapons are. Particle accelerator. Interesting. Nope. And you? Light laser. Interesting. Well, we'll just fix up some stuff. I think we're good. Not anything I want. Really. I'm gonna go for the quad shields. There we go. Excellent. Oh, now that's gorgeous. Let's get further. This is a single person's the garden. Oh, I could. I don't really want the chieftain to join me, so I think we're good. I think we just move on. Oh, there's a one last store. Well, I have some things I could sell. Let's market to the next sector. Excellent. Contact the orchids. Yes, I will aid. Of course I'll aid. Preemptive torch. Pierces all shields. Oh, I want that sometime. Requires no power. Do I want to get that? Do I want to get that? Oh, okay. Oh wow. That's a shame. Do I have to bring you for the mission? Well, I guess I'll dismiss you and bring you along. Just to make sure in case the quest needs you. Alright. Explore. How to scan the atmosphere. Set scanners to maximum. Nice. Different kind. Max health is 130. Rapidly fills oxygen, cannot suffocate. Wow, that's incredible. The Federation capital node. Well, we have a lot of things to do here. I request fuel on the sector map. Perform a task on a salvage mission. A Luciferin beam, wow. Okay, that's the base. That's the quest. Judges? The judge? What? I guess we try the judges. Judges, then quest, then beeline for that little ship. Yes, Judge of Diplomacy. Great boons. Judge of Technology. Wixon, Judge of Warfare. I think we brought them tribute. Particle beam. I guess I'm not gonna. I guess I'll be mismatched going into it. I really want to go to a merchant, but no, I'm not gonna have time to. We have to go there, and then we have to zip for the flagship. Deliver the sculpture. Filthy weed freaks. What? How dare? I was hoping to deliver it for, yeah, I don't know, something to unlock a ship or something maybe. But nope. There's a weapons blister. That was a giant dick move. Just the dildoiest attitude I've seen. We accept your surrender. Can I make it to the gardens? I hope I can. Install an internal upgrade. Shields. Ion Yes. The cloaking. Ah, interesting. Cloaking level 3. Yes. The weapons. Let's performance upgrade. I will accept that. It'll knock a second off of things. I think we're good now. Yeah, we're not making it to that garden. Damn. I wanted to see it. Okay. Let's upgrade that one so we have a single buffer. Then we have to go after the flagship. If you want the doors, you're gonna have to make me do it. I feel like the doors are perfectly good, but I have other things in mind. I want more engines. Possibly cloaking. We'll find out. Don't worry, I'm not upset. I'm not upset. Oof. Okay. Those are some powerful missiles. Okay. That might be worth it too. There we go. Get all of our gardens. Purple flagship. Let's jam the weapons. Could only launch one drone at first. I do see that. I think that's a missile launcher. Which is the thing I want to take out first and foremost. You stop moving. That is that, okay. Good night. They just keep invading. Yeah, that mind control needs to go. You keep the shield suppressed. Missiles need to go. Falcon, yeah, you sent her on the med bay. There we go. I think I actually might want to get that extra healing upgrade. Okay. Oh yes. Oops. Oops. Well, that was a mistake. That was my tiny mistake there. Itty bitty little smidge of a mistake. And now the scanner room is filled with dead slug. Okay. Can't let them have the base. Considerable power to drones. No weapon jamming this time. Want some time to... Oh, they have anti-drones. Okay. So we have to stop that anti-drone. Well, this is gonna be, and they're hacking the shit. Oh, that's fine. I've got 2 Mantis here, 1 Invader drone. I probably am. If it comes back in time. Okay, what's happening here? Worry about that later. Drone bay is on fire. Launch both drones. There we go. Oof, okay. Alright, you two, get some repairs going. You get some repairs going. And you help with repairs. Head back to your stations. Refill with... Alright. Max doors. Okay, so it's gonna land... It's gonna land here, right? I always dislike it when it's hovering around the base. Yeah, so it's moving in this direction, so we go here. This run has been amazing. Let's party up that. How does it still have 4 weapons? Okay. Want to wait for the super weapon. Take power out of there. 1 out of cloaking. I want... Start to... Cloaking. Engines. Well, not engines, weapons. Okay. Miss. Oh, okay. Most of that missed. We're A-okay. And this is what. Okay. Someone's gotta repair that drone. Ooh. I think that's it. Wow. We did it. We made it here. But that was a run. That was absolutely amazing. I'm actually a little bit pumped from that. I need to take a minute. I need to be right back. But given all the luck we've had tonight, what do you guys say when we return? We head back to ancient times and test our luck in the darkest of dungeons. What do you think? Because I think I'd be into that. Okay, we'll check the unlocks first. Main menu. Let's see. Press Z twice. We won't regret it. Doesn't seem to do anything. New unlocks. Oh! It's the artillery beam ship. Probably my favorite ship of all of them. And a Union cruiser. Interesting. Wow. Alright, everyone. We are going to be moving over. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to take a few minutes. And when I come back, we're going to run a little bit of Darkest of Dungeons. Hope to see you all there. Until then, take care of yourselves, everyone. Soon.